Hi everybody, Leslie here. I am back in my craft lab and I've been experimenting with this. This is the Vasen Creative Score Easy, and very specifically this is the metric version. So the score lines in this are in centimetres and it has special score lines marked with these little smileys and hearts and stars. They are designed to make folding A4 paper. So this is ISO International Standard A4 paper, which pretty much the whole world except the US uses. It's designed so that you can fold it in half easily. And it's also got this one, the 15.24, that's actually 6 inches. Recognising that as crafters, we very often have scrapbook paper, which is 12 by 12 inches. This also comes underneath with a little score tool and this little gadget. It tells you on the back what all the little symbols are. You don't need to keep instructions, they're on there. It's got instructions for making gift boxes, envelope boxes and envelopes. And perhaps naively, I thought one of these sets of instructions would make the perfect size for an A6 card, but I was wrong. So none of the sizes that are on here give you an A6 envelope. I have come up with a way using this, just using it slightly different from the way Vasen Creative do it, so that you can get a perfect A6 envelope. And not only that, with easy dimensions and using A4 paper. So I thought I'd show you, if you do the one that's closest to A6 and follow their instructions, this is the size you get. This is an A6 piece of card. So if I fold this up, it's easier to see. A6 doesn't fit this way and it's quite a lot too long in one direction. So if I put it so that there'd be a little margin, you can see. So it's a bit too long, which wouldn't be so bad if it fits side to side, but it doesn't. It won't fit. Just as an example, this is a 4x6 card blank. It might fit just, but it would be really, really tight. So to make my envelopes, all I've been doing is getting my piece of A4 paper. This is just thin coloured A4 paper, really inexpensive. And I'm just going to cut it. So it's already 21 centimetres this way. I'm just going to cut it so it's 21 centimetres this way. So now it's square. It's just a 21 centimetre square. This is using 2 easy measurements. This is a little bit like on the instructions. We're going to use the 12 centimetre mark to start with. So we're going to do our first score at 12 centimetres. Okay. And then if you were following the instructions off Vasen Creative, after you've done your first score, you would use this little line here, lined up with your score, to do the next one. Don't do that. You then want to go to 8.5 centimetres. So that's 8.5 here. That's our second score. Then we rotate again. We're going back to 12. And I'm trying to make sure I'm lining all this up without leaning onto camera. Rotate again, and we're back to 8.5. So now we have something that looks like this. And if I bring my piece of A6 back, if I pop that in the middle there, you'll see that sits in there quite happily inside my score lines. It is possible using one sheet of A4 to get a perfect or very near perfect A6 envelope. All you need to do to make this into an envelope is these little triangles. Sorry, of course my dog can't decide if she wants in or out of my room today. So these little triangles, you just cut these off. And you can round it a little bit if you want to. This is such super thin paper. I'm not even worrying too much about burnishing it or anything. There's our envelope. Of course, all you would then do is put tape here and here, stick that one down, and it fits my A6 pretty much perfectly. I reverse engineered it. I deconstructed. This is a bought A6 envelope. So this is one that I bought and ran my craft knife round very badly, you'll see. And I just wanted to show you, this is how I worked it out, that yes, we could do it from a 21 centimetre square piece of paper. It is pretty close, you'll see. All they do for this particular one is take this edge off. So you could do that if you chose to. I've seen people just fold this piece over to get the same effect and then just stick this piece down. So there's lots of different ways you can make it prettier. If you've got one of these corner and notch punches or any corner rounder, you could, of course, round corner. I'm going to show you again, and the reason I'm going to show you again is because I want to show you something else if you've got one of these corner and notch punches. I'm starting with a 21 centimetre square, so that's just from my A4, 1 cut. We're going to score at 12. You can do both the 12s and then come back and do the 2 8s. And then rotate so that you're doing the opposite side. As long as your 12s and your 8s are opposite, it doesn't matter what order you do them in. And sorry, it's 8.5, not 8. The opposite, it becomes obvious that you need to make a rectangle. 12s, 8.5s to get our shape. This notch tool, if you're using it on the dimensions that they give, and that's how I did this one, you butt it completely in there on your score lines and it takes a notch out. I found if you do that with this way, it takes too much out. You end up with, hopefully you can see, a little hole in your corner. However, you can still use it. So instead of pushing it right in, you just need to, and I do need to be able to see it really, you need to line up your 2 little arms with your 2 little score lines, and it won't be pushed quite against this back edge. So if I pushed it all the way in, my 2 little arms are over my score lines. It's probably quite hard to see, but I think you'll know what I mean if you have one of these. And just so that I can see. So you want to line up your 2 little lines, and hopefully you can see it's not butted against this edge. So it doesn't take as much of this corner off. And this way you get sort of a rounded corner. And I like to just round this one and this one. I don't round the inside ones because you don't see those. By the way, this is the Creative Craft Products one, but it looks identical to the Vasson Creative one, apart from the logo on the side. So this is the one that's from Craft Stash, their own brand. If you like the look of the notched corners better because it takes it and rounds it slightly, you can do that. There's my A4 card, and it fits in there within just enough wiggle room. I know that they do a inches one as well. I haven't got the inches one, or I would work out how to do it on the inches one as well. If you've got the centimetre one, like I have, that's how you do it. The 2 measurements you need are 12 centimetres, 8.5 centimetres, and that's on a 21 centimetre square piece of paper to start with. And that will make you your perfect A6 sized envelope. I will put all those measurements in a blog post so that you can come back to them and find them. And I'll make sure that they're in the video description as well. If you like tips, tricks, crafting know-how, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment. All that stuff helps us little creators. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.